election.
Joining me now, Congressman Jamie Raskin, Democrat from Maryland. He is vice-ranking member of the Judiciary Committee and ranking member of the Oversight Committee. Congressman, with a welcome to you, sir. Cohen's actions in the filings that implicate Donald Trump. Are Democrats now saying that these actions change the results of the 2016 election?
Well, I've not heard anybody say that. What's over the last 24 hours is the explosive revelation that the president himself allegedly directed this illegal campaign finance scheme, the funneling of more than $150,000 for the payment of different mistresses in order to buy their silence. And that went over the $2,700 limit for campaign contributions, and it also created an illegal corporate conduit contribution, and it also was concealment of money going into the campaign. So there are a bunch of campaign finance crimes that are built into that, and if it was conducted deliberately, that's a felony. So it's very serious business.
All right. I will say, I know you were commuting to the studio to do this interview, and your colleague, Congressman Cohen, did make that allegation, so that's why I asked you of that as well. I know that you are quoted in the Times today saying that in the compendium of Trump's offenses against the rule of law and the Constitution, this may not be in the top 5. Pretty stunning statement there. What is in the top 5, if not this?
Well, we have a pattern of obstruction of justice interfering with the Department of Justice's investigation into the whole Trump-Russia connection, arguably the firing of Comey and the interference with the ongoing investigation. That's very serious business. The collection of illegal payments from foreign princes, kings, and governments in direct violation of the Emoluments Clause at the Trump Hotel, at the Trump office tower, at the Trump golf courses, and so on. And suddenly, all of that is about to come out because of Judge Massetti's decisions in the federal district court. And now we've got the opportunity to look into that. And of course, we've got what's been the heart of the Mueller investigation, which is arguably the retreat from sanctions, or the modification of sanctions against Russia in return for Russia's help in the 2016 campaign, as well as whatever other business contacts were taking place between Trump and various Russian oligarchs. So there's a whole pattern of corruption and criminality which is at the heart of the investigation. I don't mean to downplay in any way the seriousness of these campaign finance allegations. After all, they impeached Bill Clinton over telling one lie about an affair, and this is a whole campaign finance scheme designed to repress the truth about an affair or two affairs. And undoubtedly, on the Republican standard, they would have moved to impeach Donald Trump long ago had he been a Democrat instead of a Republican.
I want to have us listen together to what Alan Dershowitz, of course, Professor Emeritus at Harvard Law, your alma mater, said after the memos were filed. Let's take a listen to him.
But I don't see any crimes. Collusion itself is not a crime. Using information given by Russia to WikiLeaks would not be a crime. What I'm afraid is going to happen is this special counsel, whose job it is only to find crimes, not sins, only crimes, will blur the line between crimes and sins and write a report designed to put the president in a bad light.
Curious, was Alan Dershowitz ever one of your professors?
Yeah, it brings me back to my first year of law school. And of course, Dershowitz, who represented Klaus von Bülow and O.J. Simpson, now seems to have taken on Donald Trump as a pro bono client. I'd rather refer to Lawrence Tribe, whose client is the Constitution, who has really been doing a very good job itemizing a lot of the offenses against the rule of law here. So, if you don't want to see any crimes, you're not going to find any crimes. But I think people who know campaign finance law recognize these as very serious crimes. And in fact, it was crimes just like this that were prosecuted in John Edwards' case, where he also mobilized outside money way beyond all the contribution limits, allegedly, in order to pay off a mistress and to advance his electoral campaign. And I think that's exactly what took place here. And there was corporate money. It was over the limits. And So, none of that should be swept under the rug. I think my comment to the New York Times was simply, we've got to view that as part of an overall campaign and operation to undermine our ability to have an honest campaign in 2016. And the truth is finally coming out.
Democrat from Maryland, Congressman Jamie Raskin, thank you so much. I look forward to speaking with you.